It's good to see you this morning, and I'm looking forward to be back in my time zone by tomorrow, and so that'll be a great thing for me. Anyways, it's been good to be away, but I'm happy to be on my way home. So today we're going to be reading Leviticus chapter 4 and Proverbs chapter 8 and Psalm 70. And we'll ask the Lord to open thou mine eyes that I may behold wondrous things out of thy law. And we'll begin in Leviticus chapter 4. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, If a soul shall sin through ignorance against any of the commandments of the Lord concerning things which ought not to be done, and shall do against any of them, if the priest that is anointed do sin according to the sin of the people, then let him bring for his sin which he has sinned a young bullock without blemish unto the Lord for a sin offering. And he shall bring the bullock unto the door of the tabernacle of the congregation before the Lord, and shall lay his hand upon the bullock's head, and kill the bullock before the Lord. And the priest that is anointed shall take of the bullock's blood, and bring it to the tabernacle of the congregation, and the priest shall dip his finger in the blood, and sprinkle of the blood 7 times before the Lord, before the veil of the sanctuary. And the priest shall put some of the blood upon the horns of the altar of sweet incense before the Lord, which is in the tabernacle of the congregation, and shall pour all the blood of the bullock at the bottom of the altar of the burnt offering, which is at the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. And he shall take off from it all the fat of the bullock for the sin offering. The fat there covereth the inwards, and all the fat that is upon the inwards, and the 2 kidneys, and the fat that is upon them, which is by the flanks, and the caul above the liver, which the kidneys it shall he take away. And it was taken off from the bullock of the sacrifice of peace offerings, and the priest shall burn them upon the altar of the burnt offering, and the skin of the bullock, and all his flesh, with his head, with his legs, with his inward, with his tongue, even the whole bullock, shall he carry forth without the camp unto a clean place where the ashes are poured out. Burn him on the wood with fire, where the ashes are poured out, shall he be burnt. And if the whole congregation of Israel sin through ignorance, and the thing be hid from the eyes of the assembly, and they have done somewhat against any of the commandments of the Lord concerning things which should not be done, and are guilty. So now we're in Leviticus chapter 4, verse 14. If you want to read your Bible with me, that's where we're at. Leviticus 4, verse 14. When the sin which they have sinned against it is known, then the congregation shall offer a young bullock for the sin, and bring him before the tabernacle of the congregation. And the elders of the congregation shall lay their hands upon the head of the bullock before the Lord, and the bullock shall be killed before the Lord. And the priest that is anointed shall bring of the bullock's blood to the tabernacle of the congregation. And the priest shall dip his finger in some of the blood, sprinkle it even times before the Lord, and even before the veil. And he shall put some of the blood upon the horns of the altar which is before the Lord, that is the tabernacle of the congregation, shall pour out all the blood at the bottom of the altar of the burnt offering, which is at the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. And he shall take all his fat from him and burn it upon the altar. And he shall do with the bullock as he did with the bullock for a sin offering, so shall he do with this. And the priest shall make an atonement for them, and it shall be forgiven them. And he shall carry forth the bullock without the camp, and burn him as he burned the first bullock. It is a sin offering for the congregation. When a ruler has sinned and done somewhat through ignorance against any of the commandments of the Lord his God concerning things which should not be done, or is guilty, or if his sin wherein he has sinned come to the knowledge, he shall bring his offering, a kid of the goats, a male without blemish. And he shall lay his hand upon the head of the goat, and kill it, place where they kill the burnt offering before the Lord as a sin offering. And the priest shall take of the blood of the sin offering with his finger, put it on the horns of the altar of the burnt offering, and he shall pour off his blood the bottom of the altar of the burnt offering, and he shall burn of the fat upon the altar as a sacrifice of peace offering. And the priest shall make an atonement for him concerning sin, and it shall be forgiven him. And if any one of the common people sin through ignorance, while he doeth somewhat against any of the commandments of the Lord concerning things which ought not to be done, and be guilty, or if his sin which he has sinned come to his knowledge, then he shall bring of his offering of kid and goats a female without blemish for his sin, and he has sinned. And he shall lay his hand upon the head of the sin offering, slay the sin offering in the place of the burnt offering. And the priest shall take of the blood thereof with his finger, put upon the horns of the altar, and the burnt offering shall pour out all the blood thereof in the bottom of the altar. We are on Leviticus 4, now verse 31. And he shall take away all the fat thereof, as the fat is taken away from the sacrifice of peace offerings. And the priest shall be upon the altar for a sweet savor unto the Lord, and the priest shall make an atonement for him, and it shall be forgiven him. And if he bring a lamb for a sin offering, he shall bring it a female without blemish, and he shall lay his hand upon the head of the sin offering. For a sin offering is placed where they kill the burnt offering, and the priest shall take the blood of the sin offering with his finger, put it upon the horns of the altar of burnt offering, and shall pour out the blood thereof at the bottom of the altar, and he shall take away all the fat thereof, as the fat of the lamb is taken away from the sacrifice of the peace offering. And the priest shall burn them upon the altar according to the offerings made by fire, atonement for his sin, and he shall commit it as he shall be forgiven him. So, this chapter deals with a sin that is done through what? And we'll say through ignorance, not knowing the law at the time, or maybe just not understanding it. But there was offerings still to be made. Even a sin that is done in ignorance required an offering, because God is such a holy God. And American Christians are far too lax concerning sin at times, and do not believe we should not believe ever the lie that God doesn't care about how you live. He definitely cares. He is a holy God. What was supposed to be put on the horns on the altar? In verse 7, we see that that was the blood of that sacrifice. And thank God we have, again, don't have to have any part in those things now, because of Jesus coming once and for all and doing that. Okay, so we are now in we'll read Proverbs 8 first. Proverbs 8 first. Doth not wisdom cry, and understanding put forth her voice? She standeth in the tops of high places, by the way in the place of paths. She crieth at the gates, at the entry of the city, at the coming of the doors. Unto you, O men, I call, and my voice is to the sons of men. O you simple, understand wisdom, and ye fools, be of understanding heart. Here for I will speak of excellent things, and the opening of my lips shall be right things. For my mouth shall speak truth, and wickedness is an abomination to my lips. All the words of my mouth are in righteousness. There is nothing forward or perverse in them. They are all plain to him that understandeth, and right to them that findeth knowledge. Receive my instruction, and not silver, and knowledge rather than choice gold. For wisdom is better than rubies, and all the things that may be desired are not to be compared to it. I, wisdom, dwell with prudence, and find out knowledge of witty inventions. The fear of the Lord is to hate evil, pride, and arrogancy, and the evil way, and the forward mouth do I hate. Counsel is mind, and sound wisdom. I am understanding, I have strength. Be my kings reign, and princes decree justice. By me princes rule, and nobles, even all the judges of the earth. I love them that love me, and those that seek me early shall find me. Riches and honor are with me, yea, durable riches and righteousness. My fruit is better than gold, yea, than fine gold, and my revenue that choice silver. I led in the way of righteousness in the midst of the path of judgment, that I may cause those that love me to inherit in substance, and I will fill their treasures. The Lord possessed me in the beginning of his way, before his works of old. I was set up from everlasting, from the beginning, or ever the earth was. And when there were no depths, I was brought forth, when there were no foundations abounding with water. Before the mountains were settled, before the hills was, I brought forth. While as yet he hath not made the earth, nor the fields, nor the highest part of the dust of the world. When he prepared the heavens, I was there. And when he set a compass upon the face of the depth, when he established the clouds above, when he strengthened the fountains of the deep, and when he gave to the sea his decree that the waters should not pass his commandment, when he appointed the foundations of the earth, then I was by him as one brought up with him, and I was daily his delight, rejoicing always before him, rejoicing in the habitable part of his earth, and my delights were with the sons of men. Now therefore hearken unto me, O you children, for blessed are they that keep my ways. Hear instruction, and be wise, refuse it not. Blessed is the man that heareth me, watching daily at my gates, waiting at the post of my door. For whoso findeth me findeth life, and shall obtain favor of the Lord. But he that sinneth against me wrongeth his own soul. All they that hate me love death. Psalm chapter 70. Make haste, O God, to deliver me. Make haste to help me, O Lord. Let them be ashamed and confounded that seek after my soul. Let them be turned backward and put to confusion that desire my hurt. Let them be turned back for a reward of their shame that say, Aha, aha. Let all those that seek rejoice and be glad in thee, and let such as thy love thy salvation say continually, Let God be magnified. But I am poor and needy. Make haste unto me, O God, that thou art my help, my deliverer. O Lord, make no tarrying. The Lord is our help, and he is our deliverer in every situation. No matter what situation you have going on, he is our help, and he will help you and deliver you. It might take a minute or so, but you just keep praying and giving it back to the Lord, because he will deliver you from all your things as you desire to grow and stay close to him. I will look forward to seeing you tomorrow morning as we continue to grow.